Iglesia ni Cristo.
INCRadio, Orange County, California. I'm your host for today, Brother Lionel Ornado. And here with me, these lovely sisters, we have, I'll let you guys introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sister Regine Kitalig, and I'm also one of the hosts for our broadcast for today. And we also have our special guest here with us.
Hello po. My name is Sister Chelsea Lucero from the local of Long Beach.
Ooh, thanks you so much for joining us. A little quick introduction for our topic for those who have not read the title yet, but we're going over high school experiences and as well as what's in your lunchbox. So today we encourage everyone to join in our live chat. We already see some of us typing in the chat.
Yes, I see a lot of the local hashtags, so keep hashtagging your local in our live chat.
Yes, and so yeah, help out with participate in our local hashtag challenge, hashtagging your own local. Like for example, for me, I'm from the local of hashtag Montclair, so I would have been typing hashtag Montclair in the chat. So today, let's get right into it. So Sister Chelsea, you are, what level in your education are you at right now?
I recently graduated high school on my way to becoming a freshman in college.
Woohoo!
Congratulations on graduating. So looking back at your years in high school, what would you say would be your most memorable memory?
Definitely like lunchtime. It gave me a break from all my classes and I got to like meet with and reconcile with my friends after being separated from classes. And we would just chill and eat or even like use that time to study.
Oh yeah.
That was my favorite subject too.
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime, I'm just kidding.
Lunchtime is a time where we can get our assignments done last minute. I remember that. Just rushing like, oh, I need to finish this. I need to finish this.
Cramming to study for your tests. Yeah.
How about you, Arjun? What was your memorable experience in high school?
You know what? I actually went to 2 high schools because when I was in the local, no, actually I was still in Montclair at the time, but we lived near the local of SGV or San Gabriel Valley at the time, and so I was in a high school in that area for maybe like a month before I moved closer to Montclair area, and in that high school I made friends. Like it was so easy, like I made so many friends in different classes, like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. And then when I moved closer to Montclair, it was a little bit harder. I feel like it was a little bit cliquish. I mean, that wasn't the memorable part for me, but I did enjoy, my high school years. I tried to, join some of the extracurricular activities. Like I was in volleyball and I also was in some clubs as well. Did you join any clubs or any sports?
Yeah, I was in dance and I also joined like some volunteer clubs and also like a dance club. So
very nice.
Did you guys did your dance club put on any like performances for the school or anything?
Yeah, so every like semester our dance department would have showcases and then our hip hop club would also be included in it and we would have choreographies prepared made by us.
Nice. So we have a performer here.
You can show us some choreography. Just kidding.
It's okay. No, we won't. You don't have to. I mean, if you want to, then,
you can show us later.
Yeah. For me, I think one of my most memorable experiences for high school would be during my senior year. They gave us an option to have a free period. So I would take my first period as a free period. So there would be days where I would go in. I wouldn't have to wake up as early. And it was good because I think for my second period, I had physics and we had projects to work on. So it gave me more time to work on my projects and try to finish it. And it was really helpful because I just lived down the street from a high school. And so like we would finish it and be like bringing it with me and my friends, just bring it from my house to school.
That was the same for me in my senior year. I had a free first period. So I was just a block away from school and I walked to school. Did you walk to school?
No, I took the bus every day.
Oh, wow. That's like my husband. He had to take the bus. That's good. Public transportation is good. But yeah, the first period was free, which was nice. And my junior year, I was so excited because I was able to get a lunch pass, so I could get lunch off campus or like off the
Nice.
school, out of the school. Like I'm like, oh, let's go to In-N-Out for lunch. Or like, Regine, can you get? Oh, sorry, So other places to eat at, So that was exciting for me. So they would always say, "Can you drive me to go get some food?" So I would bring my friends with me. So that was fun.
Yeah. So we've talked about memorable experiences. How about any challenges that we faced? Well, let's start with you since you
Um,
recently graduated.
yeah, so there are definitely some challenges. I would say they're more like academic challenges. Like sometimes in my AP classes, sometimes I felt imposter syndrome, kind
Mm.
of. Like I felt like, oh, I had to work harder in order to get good grades, and then they didn't. But it was okay because at the end of the day, I have God to pray and trust in. So yeah, I would just study and then hope that God will guide me through it.
That's a yes. I want to clap. I think that's very great advice for anyone who's tuning in and currently in high school. So very very nice to hear about that. Even though you struggled, I block all of that from my mind. So don't ask me, Brother
we
Lionel.
don't want to bring up any past traumatic
Yes,
experiences.
no trauma, please.
Well, I have one story, and it's something I always tell because it's something that just so my senior year, I so throughout high school, I took English honors classes. I didn't feel like I wanted to go all the way to AP because it's too much stress. I didn't want to have to worry about having to balance like school and church and life is just a bit too much with AP classes. But I mean, commend you for taking AP classes. But for what I found out was senior year of high school, my English honors class didn't count towards when I was applying for colleges. Like all for freshman, sophomore, junior year, they counted as honors classes, but for a senior year, it doesn't count. So that last year, I found out too late. That last year, I got straight A's except for that one English class, and it prevented me from getting onto the high honors list. I was still honors, but it was just I got a 3.48 GPA.
Still honorable.
Still honors, but I could have been high honors. Like, come on. But yeah, that was sort of a memorable as well as like challenging because I had to sort of try to readjust how I studied for classes, which especially because with that teacher it was like sort of slightly different of how she approached English with the other teachers that I've had in the past. But it was a lot of fun, a lot of learning experiences.
Yeah.
Speaking of studying, what did you use? How did you study in high
Um,
school,
for
aside
me,
from like in between classes and during the lunch break?
yeah, for me, I did the Feynman technique. I don't know how to pronounce it, but like, it's like you try to teach someone, and then, for example, let's say like a fifth grader, and then so in order to teach that fifth grader, you have to like teach them in simpler words and make them understand it easier. It also helps you as well because you also have to understand what you're teaching them and
Yeah.
understand.
Has to make
You're
sense.
studying all
Yeah,
the like
yeah,
throughout
I
the
heard
way.
about that. Where if you're able to teach the subject, then you fully know the subject. I don't think I've ever been able to teach a subject. How about you, Regine?
No.
No,
I
but
mean, I've been able to talk on my experiences, but
mm,
like, no.
yeah, there is.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I know we talked about like struggles, right? Was there a point in your high school experience where you needed like help or assistance? Did you like reach out to like any of your teachers or like counselors or like anyone for help?
Yeah, I think it was um during sophomore year. Like I think it was like the first time in my high school experience like I reached out for help. Like I don't know, I just like burnt out, and then I needed an extension for like a DBQ for my history class, And like my teacher was super nice and understanding about it, and he was like, you should put yourself first, put your mental health first. And that was really nice of him. He didn't give me any late points for that assignment. And then I just always remembered that from my history teacher.
That's really nice. I think that's it. It took a lot of courage, right? Especially if you're feeling anxious and you're like nervous to talk to your teacher or ask for help, but you were able to do that. So, I think that's a really great example to anyone, our high school students who are tuning in today.
Yeah. Did you have any like favorite subjects that
Oh yeah.
Yeah, any favorite subjects?
This is kind of like underrated, but low-key math.
Oh, we are the opposite.
we hear a mix of agreement and disagreement in the audience today. Yeah, math. I have a mixed bag. I have a mixed feeling with math. I had both a mixture of good and bad teachers with math, but it's not for. I mean, it's not for everyone. How about you, Sister Jean?
Yeah, my math teachers were not that great. They were, for some reason, they were all coaches for like the sports. And, and I'm like, okay, I don't need a shortcut. I need to know the steps on how to get from A to Z, kind of thing. But my favorite subject was actually English. I really like to write. So that's what I enjoyed. I did like math when I was going to community college. Those teachers were really good. They were like what you were saying, like they would teach very like simply, and I was like, I need to have a better relationship with math. So that helped me a lot. So
I actually see someone in the chat, Sister Alma Ponce says, whenever I teach my students, I do my review before and it helps me refresh my knowledge. So yeah, reviewing it actually does help out a lot, especially with tougher subjects. Do we have?
I want to read this comment. Brother Andrew de Jos, math is okay. Hashtag Anaheim.
Yeah. So the other part of high school experience is making friends. For me, I was sort of like I was a bit of a social butterfly going from group to group to group. But how is it? But I haven't been in high school for like a few years now. So
several
for a few years. How was making friends in high school?
It was okay. I think it was easier when I joined like clubs and organizations because we had like common interests, so we had something to talk about, or like even just like someone in my class, like my seatmate, like I would just try to get to know them at least, so that I don't know, maybe when I'm confused, like I can ask them for help. That's how I made friends in high school.
Nice.
Same thing for me. I would just, who was sitting next to me? Did you catch that last part that the teacher said?
Hey, can I get your notes? And then suddenly you're friends for the rest of the 4 years of high school.
Yeah, or I'll say, do you want lunch is after this? Do you want to go to go get something to eat? And that's how I made friends. And yeah, some of the clubs that I was part of, and sports like volleyball, it was nice. That's how I was able to
shared experiences,
yeah, for sure.
Mine, I remember one time I was sitting in English class and we were waiting for class to start, and I just hear the people behind. I didn't know anyone. It was like freshman year of high school. I didn't know anyone in the class, but I hear the person behind me, like they were talking about ube. I was like, wait, Filipino. So then that's how I was able to bond with them. It was like, oh, we're Filipinos and we're talking about ube, or love for ube. Speaking of food, I think it's now time for us to go to our on-air activity that we mentioned earlier. Is what's in your lunchbox? So I believe we asked today for you to bring what I assume is your lunchbox.
Let's see your lunchbox.
What is your lunchbox?
This is not my actual lunchbox that I use for school, but I forgot, or I don't know, I can't find it. But I have this drawstring bag I got from Grand Night, and then my lunch for today, I packed a Nutella sandwich.
Yum.
And then I also have a fruit, a banana.
Yum, those two go together.
They go together. Yeah. Okay. How about you, Sister Jean? What did you bring? What did you bring for lunch, or in high school?
Well, I didn't. Well, I don't have anything with me today. But for lunch, usually I would. I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I would just get whatever I have at school, or since I had. Well, that was my junior year when I got the lunch pass to go off campus to go have lunch. But if I did bring lunch to school, it was the same. Like I would bring like a really simple sandwich, like ham and cheese, sandwich, and probably some chips. Your typical, and just get a drink at school.
So like when you had your lunch pass, did you like go off campus pretty like frequently, or is this like a once a week thing, or?
I tried.
This is new to me. I'm pretty sure they had it at my school, but I just always stayed on campus.
Yeah. I could have. I'm pretty sure I went more than once. It just depended when I felt like it.
Okay.
But that was a privilege because you had to have in order to get a lunch pass to go off campus, you had to have like a certain GPA, obviously your license. And you always had to show it, like your pass whenever you went off campus. So but
I've seen in the comments that people are asking questions.
Oh.
What was some of your favorite high school snacks from Brother Julian Sistoso?
Definitely chips. Or I would bring like Filipino snacks. Like we had like Island Pacific near my house, so I would just get like pillows or piatos.
All those Filipino snacks, I remember those. Yeah. I would also bring chips. I'd always ask my parents, like they would always get like those big variety boxes of chips, and it would always be the last one would be the last one that would be in the box would always be the Fritos.
I know. I'm remembering. They had you. I don't know if I'm sure. Did your school have vending machines?
Yeah.
So I just remember like if I needed something really quick, I would just like stop by one of those vending machines, right? And I would just get those little like shortbread cookies with the jam in the middle. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I would be like, oh,
those
jam.
Yeah, we also had a store on our at high school where it sort of went towards like the school funds.
Oh yeah.
I think they call it ASB, Associated Student Body. Do they still call it that?
I think so. I think they do.
ASB,
okay. Yeah, and they used to have a store where they sold hot chips, and then you would get string cheese and mix it in the bag, and then the cheapest drink you can buy was like those green teas and they're usually paired pretty well. I believe, are we bringing on stuff? Yes, I think we're also going to be making our own. Yeah, we could bring it up. We're going to be making our own lunch stuff.
I remember those sunflower crackers.
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
So I guess one of the things while we try to put together,
Okay.
We'll start over there. I'll ask the question. Oh, we have Chippy. So for me, my lunch really consisted of in school we had something called the burger line that everyone tried to get to, where it's literally they grilled burgers for us on like and the line at the beginning of lunchtime would always be long.
I remember those. It's all coming back to me.
I'm sorry. Is this too traumatic?
No, it's fine. It's not as traumatic as the other traumatic.
Yeah, so like that line would always be long, but like my class most of the time before lunch period I would have the teacher that'd be like, yeah, go ahead, you guys can go to lunch early, and so I would always get that burger line. That's where I got most of my nutrients. I see Sister Caitlin Soda in the chat says in high school we did trips to Chipotle when it was really popular. Yes, Chipotle was really popular. Who else?
Sister Jennifer Veneration says our student store has all candy and chips. #Deepin.
I think if I remember correctly, yes, Sister Jennifer's Veneration, her daughter goes to my high school, and so whenever I would see like posts of, because like I think she's also part of the ASB. So whenever I see posts of them, like, oh wait, I remember I used to stand there, like and all this. I'm like, oh, little trips back down memory lanes. Yes, and Sister Ashley Mariana says, yes, I love hot Cheetos and cream cheese. Cream cheese? Cream cheese? I don't know. For me, it was string cheese. Yeah.
Hot Cheetos with string cheese?
Yeah, the hot Cheeto fries and string cheese. You mix it up in the bag.
Really?
Am I alone in this? Oh, now we're getting into a debate of which the best way to consume chips. Sister Alma Ponce says that we had to sell candy bars to raise funds for my debate team. I remember those, the fundraisers for the.
So many fundraisers.
So many fundraisers. I think they used to sell boba or milk tea bobas, or I don't know, some places they call it pearl teas, and yeah. So we're getting distracted by all the foods because there's food in front of us. So.
So what snacks do we have here?
We have.
I say we all pick one right now.
The whole box.
I would. Oh, actually, I would take probably these ones.
This brings me back.
Is it open?
Makes me miss my grandma.
Yes.
Okay.
Really, the snacks that I would take would be the ones that I could eat.
I have to open this.
You have to. Okay. I guess we're gonna open it.
Hold on. I have to put this
We're
down.
gonna do ASMR. I'm gonna bring it up close to your mic.
I can't. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I can do this.
You can do it.
I can.
I think you have to like.
Oh, really?
No, I think you just pull it off.
Just pull it. Okay. I will get there. Okay, I need some help.
Okay, while she's getting that off.
Chelsea. Oh, I got it.
You got it. Yes, I remember my dad would buy those a lot. Does it smell like home?
It smells like. Okay. It smells like. Yes, smells like strawberries.
Smells like strawberries.
Oh, it's not individually wrapped. I remember it being like individually wrapped.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. This is fine too. I'm tempted to eat one.
Mine would be like these ones where it's just easy to eat in between classes. Your chips. We have some, of course. Ooh, these ones are good. I buy these for work sometimes. I buy like the big bag and just eat it. It's gone within the day. We got a salad pack here. Okay. Do you guys sell salads at school?
Yeah, they have it for like school lunch.
I don't really remember seeing salad at school. I mean, I'm sure there was. My eyes didn't find them.
All right. So with all of these things here, and what is like the most creative lunch that you guys have put together?
If I'm gonna be honest,
I don't think I ever had like creative lunches. It was more of like whatever leftovers we had at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say like, if I went to like an Asian restaurant with my parents the night before, and I would bring it to school, and it was like, oh, what a great lunch, because it was good for dinner last night.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, that is really all the time that we have. We only have 30 minutes for our broadcast, and it is nearing the end of our broadcast. So actually, let's go to a bit of the live chat, see what people are saying before we go to our CFO in action. Let's see. Sister Jennifer Venachon says, does anyone's school have strawberry milk? Yes, I think mine did, but I always preferred the chocolate milk.
That sounds really good. Strawberry milk.
It had a lot of sugar in it. It's what got me through the second half of the day with the food coma.
Or did your school have any like certain foods that they would sell that stood out to you?
Yeah, I would always get Capri Suns, and they're 50 cents.
Oh,
so I would get
that's
some
really
of my
cheap.
friends.
I know.
Pretty cheap.
So like for 4, it's like $2.
Nice.
Okay, this is a bit of a throwback. Brother Julian Sestosa says, I used to drink the chocolate milk in a plastic bag.
Wow.
Do you guys remember? Do you
Elementary school.
Yeah, I remember there was a time where
know that.
we had milk. We had packets of milk, kind of like the sauce here in the salad, but like we would just either break off the corner or like stick a straw in and just drink from there. But yeah, I think we have a couple of upcoming activities.
Mhm.
So I believe tomorrow, August 25, is the Binhi Graduate Recognition Day. Do you have anything that you'd like to share on that?
Yeah, it's gonna be at 5 to 8 p.m. at Diamond Bar, and there's going to be lots of food. There's also a lot of entertainment. There's performances, great speeches as well, and a lot of like amenities throughout the activity, like popcorn, 360
Mm.
photo stand, and
Oh,
along the way you can reconnect with your old friends and even meet new friends along the way.
okay.
And yeah.
Is registration still available?
Yes, it's still open
Okay.
today.
Very nice.
So yeah, so for those of us in the, or those of you, it's no longer us, those of you in the Binhi organization within the District of Orange County, California, do reach out to your Binhi officers, and as well as any of the district Binhi officers, such as Sister Chelsea, to reach out to them if you would still like to register for the Binhi, what is it? Binhi Graduate Recognition Day. And our next upcoming activity is our Unity Games in September 2. Um, do we? I'm not sure. I don't remember where it is. Do you know?
I don't know, but we will,
Details to come
yes,
soon.
details will come.
Yes. Um, and do we have our local hashtag? Yeah. So do keep putting in the local hashtags. We'll probably get to it in the
I
next broadcast.
I think the only winner I see is hashtag Dvin. So
Yes.
I think
Oh, they're all
our district
spamming hashtag Dvin.
our district Binhi win.
Oh, there's one
for
Irvine.
this week.
There's another Riverside. I
Oh,
see.
Riverside.
I
Yeah.
see Anaheim. I see Torrance, and another
Oh,
Riverside.
I think Riverside is actually number 1.
Yeah. Oh, wow!
Oh,
Congratulations, Riverside,
congratulations.
for number 1. I think they're also one of the first ones in our chat. So thank you to the local congregation of Riverside for always supporting our broadcast. I also just saw one. It flew by. It was from Moreno Valley. And OCC hashtag Orange County, California.
Awesome. So before we wrap it up, just really quickly, Sister Chelsea, do you have any like greetings you would like to give? You could tell anyone who's tuning in.
I'd like to shout out my mom, Myra,
Aw.
Sister Myra, and then also the local of Long Beach, and then my hometown district of Kamanava.
Very nice.
Oh.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today on our broadcast. And before we wrap up, we would like to give thanks to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our CFO coordinator and SEPSI president, Brother Angelo Irano V. Manalo, our district minister, Brother Hansel F. De Dios, our CFO overseer, Brother Andres Nicolas Jr., and our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel Andaya. And with that, we will pass it over to INCRadio San Diego.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in.
This is INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.